Hello and welcome to the ATC Broadcast Rewind show, where we interview graduates from the broadcast media program. I'm your host, Dasha Kutsenko, and today's guest is Brendyn Korzeniowski, who graduated in 2018 from the Arts and Tech Center's broadcast media program. He is now going to school at Assiniboine Community College in the broadcast media field. How are you today?
I'm pretty good.
Thanks for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's start with the questions. So, how did you get interested in broadcast media, and what made you choose this program?
Okay, so I've always been big into technology, especially cameras. For some reason, ever since I was a little kid, I always had a passion for taking pictures and cameras. Even though I might not be the greatest at it, I had a passion for it. And then actually, I went to Dakota Collegiate, and the vice principal and principal of ATC actually came there and did a speech on their program. And initially, I chose new media design. Took that for half a year. Wasn't really quite for me. So I decided to drift ways from there. And then the next year take broadcast media, which I ended up falling in love with and followed through for the rest of the year.
Wow, well, once you joined broadcast media, what stood out to you about the course?
As much as I hate to say it, the instructor for sure. He's really outgoing, and he really knows not only how to get his point across, but also teach the students in a very productive way that actually gets them to learn rather than just in one ear, out the other ear.
That's very true.
And it's very different. Whenever you go into broadcast, you get to do different jobs every time. It's not like you're stuck in one position the whole time and you can't really practice or try and learn any new positions.
Yeah. Looking back on the program, what was one of your favorite aspects of it?
Favorite aspects was definitely just going out in the field. As much as when I was in the class it felt difficult and I kind of felt uncomfortable doing it, going out and just filming interviews with random people. Afterwards, looking back at it, doing live broadcasts and going out and filming and learning other people's stories really got to me, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, what's the biggest lesson that you took away from the program?
As cheesy as it sounds, just don't be afraid to fail, because a person in the industry is they'd rather have somebody who's passionate about the industry and willing to learn and work on their skills rather than somebody who just wants to be perfect every time and sort of always wants to be perfect.
Very true, yeah. How did the course prepare you to work in the actual industry?
It prepared me because I learned skills in just about every position. Most of my roles have been camera operation just because I've been recommended from multiple people, and I just keep getting recommended camera positions.
Very cool. So now you're at ACC in Brendyn, right? And so how does the program there differ from the one here?
Okay, so it's a 2-year program first off. Coming out of this program, I was a little nervous just because new school, new faces. But the first year was honestly a breeze for me coming out of this program. I just felt like I knew everything, and I was way ahead of the other students, and honestly I was ahead of second-year students as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Also, some news we've heard about you is that you've been to Texas to shoot some hockey, and I was wondering, how does traveling and broadcast tie in together?
So just from doing it for my first time, when actually ACC flew me out to Texas with the second years, because they felt like I was a little bit more well-suited for the camera operator role, and I went to go film hockey. It was a lot of fun. The girls from the hockey team they've made it to the finals, but they're kind of like a farmer girl team, like they're from a rural place, and they don't really have the best equipment. They kind of have hand-me-down equipment, and all the other teams that they were playing were running on full ride scholarships, and they actually ended up winning the whole championship.
Wow, that's very cool. What are some career goals that you'd like to meet in about 10 years?
I would definitely like a more permanent job. I do like freelancing, and I would love to keep doing that, especially in my free time. It's good pay, and you get to do something different and kind of switch it up every time.
Totally.
But a permanent job with a steady income would obviously be amazing.
Yeah. Last question. So what would you say to an aspiring broadcast student?
Just try. Try your best. Believe in yourself, and you're going to get your name out there. And the harder you try, obviously the better it's going to turn out for you, as cheesy as that sounds.
Yeah. All right, well, hey, thank you so much for joining us on the show, talking a little bit about yourself and your career and your experience in it.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And make sure to check us out on www.youtube/LRSDTV to keep up with our broadcasts and our new show, The Connection. Also check out our social medias on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at LRSDTV. Thanks for watching.